In today's video, we will do two periods. Like one is Delhi Sultanate, another is Mughal Empire. Okay, so let's start from Delhi Sultanate. If you look at Delhi Sultan, Delhi Sultanate, generally there were four rulers, four actually dynasties that ruled Delhi Sultanate, that were rulers of Delhi Sultanate. Okay, number one, Iltutmish. His daughter succeeded him, Razia, when 1236. She got removed 1204. Understood? After that, the two others that ruled Delhi Sultanate were Alauddin Khilji and Muhammad Tughlaq. Okay, Muhammad Tughlaq. These two rulers. Actually, the Mongols always tried to conquer Delhi. Clear? Delhi became a capital during this rule. The earlier rulers means the earlier Hindu rulers, like Tomara Rajputs and Chauhans, Prithviraj Chauhans. These people ruled Delhi. At that time, Delhi came into existence. But during these people's rule, Delhi became a sultanate, and it got standing force because of Mongol attacks. Understood? These two persons, Alauddin Khilji and Muhammad Tughlaq, they actually, organized a standing force army. Understood? These two people, they mobilized a strong standing army. They formed a strong standing army just to keep their capital protected. As a result of their, efforts, Delhi was safe for almost, understood, 3, 12, 13, 14, 15, till during 300 years, for 300 years, Delhi Sultanate was safe. When during the rule of Sayyid, during Sayyid rulers and Lodhi rulers, understood, at the another Mongol ruler again attacked Delhi Sultanate, understood, and his name was Babur. Babur came and attacked Delhi, understood, and in 1526, Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi, understood, at the battle of Panipat, and that's how Delhi Sultanate lost its existence and Mughal rule started. First Mughal ruler was Babur. Babur's son was Akbar. Understood? Akbar brought about many changes. Understood? During his time. Understood? He brought about many changes. He formed a new religion, and it was called Din Ilahi. Okay, and after Akbar, treated the people of all religion as equals. Okay, and he never discriminated based on caste, community, religion. Okay, all people of all religions were very close to him. Okay, this is why he used to keep many provincial rulers, Hindu rulers. Okay, he appointed many governors of many provinces, Hindu. He appointed many Hindu governors in different provinces. Clear? And another very important thing I want to tell you is, during Babar's Babar's son was Akbar, and after Akbar, the man who came to power was Jahangir. Understood? Jahangir was an educated person, but he actually had a fall. He was an educated. He used to spend most of his time in the library. Then one day he actually he actually fell from the library staircase or maybe something like that, and maybe injured his leg. Understood? Then his son, clear, after Humayun's death, his son was Shah Jahan. Understood? Shah Jahan made the Taj Mahal in memory of his wife Nurjahan. The last Mughal ruler was Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb only supported the Muslim people. This is why his rule did not last. Understood? And he during his time the downfall of Mughal Empire started. There are many reasons. Provincial rulers were not happy, the provincial rulers became powerful, and they did not like Aurangzeb. As a result, Mughal Empire collapsed. This is the history of Sultanate period and Mughal Empire. Understood? The entire Mughal Empire. Okay, now what I want to tell you, I have something to say. During this period, during Sultanate period, the concept of Iqta and Iqtadar came into existence. Who were these actually rulers used to depend on slaves, and slaves, they believed slaves and they made slaves the rulers of the provinces.
And as a result, those who are the moderates, those who are the uh, those who are the original clear courtiers or governors, they actually became angry with the rulers of the Sultanate period because they depended on slaves. They made slaves, gave the slaves.
Different positions, generals, governors of provinces. Understood? They even made many iqtadars, many iqtadars, and they gave the responsibility of the iqtas. Understood? And with the passage of time, they are also appointed during Aladdin Khalji's time or reign. He appointed, he got the land measured, he appointed collectors, and then there were tremendous pressure was put on those people. Is that clear? That's how Delhi Sultanate functioned. I hope you have understood the two periods. If you have liked my video, don't forget to give me a like. Bye.